Does anyone remember the show called Peppa Pig? Well, I do. One day I went to the store to find some Peppa Pig VCS tapes. I saw VCS tapes of episodes that I have already seen, however I saw an episode that I didn't seen before. I took it and asked the store seller how much it cost. He said it cost $1. I bought it and went home. When I got home I put the VCS tape in the player and began the episode. The episode started with the intro. The intro played like normal until the end of the intro. Peppa didn't say Peppa Pig, instead she just stared blankly. The episode then starts with the title and the narrator. The narrator read the title. The day of the fight. The episode started with Peppa and Susie playing hide and seek, and George was playing with his toy dinosaur. It was Susie's turn to find Peppa. Peppa told Susie to count from 1 to 10. Peppa hid behind a tree while Susie started counting. Peppa was getting to the tree and Susie already had found her. Peppa, confused and surprised, couldn't believe at how fast Susie had found her. That's when George ran towards Peppa screaming, "Susie made a trap! Susie made a trap!" and Peppa responded, "How did Susie made the trap?" George said she didn't count from 1 to 10, she only counted from 1 to 3. This got Peppa very angry and they started fighting. Peppa pushed Susie hardly down the hill from her house. Susie ran to her house crying. Susie's mom called Peppa's house phone saying why Susie came home with scratches on her face. Peppa's mom said that it was just a little fight from little kids and they didn't had to have a disagreement. Peppa went outside to play. Found a note on the ground. Peppa read the following: "I'll wait for you tomorrow for a fight behind your house from Susie Sheep." This got Peppa angry and she crumbled up the note bit. She continued playing. The day finally arrived of the fight. Peppa didn't even remembered when out of nowhere Susie came from out of the bushes and cut Peppa's ear with a knife. She was lucky it didn't cut her head or she would been in a coma. Peppa fell and then got up very angry at Susie and throwed a pair of scissors at Susie. It hit her eye and Susie's eye detached from her sock and Peppa laughed at her. Susie's then threw Peppa to the ground and they started fighting. They throwed punches at each other. After they got tired and got up and apologized to each other, they shaked hands and agreed to never fight again the next week. And when they had the opportunity to play again, they played hide and seek, but this time instead of traps Susie had to count from 1 to 10, and this time George was in charge that nobody made any traps. Peppa ran to hide and she found a best place to hide. She hid under her dad's car. When Susie finished counting, she started looking for Peppa. Daddy Pig got into his car, started the car and drove off to his work, leaving Peppa's bloody and mangled body on the ground. Susie saw the brutal way Peppa died. Susie was traumatized. The next week Susie just stayed in her room and she didn't want to eat. Susie's mom calls her. She goes upstairs and knocks on Susie's door calling her name. Susie's mom opens the door. She sees Susie hanging by a noose by the ceiling fan. Susie's mom screams and the episode ends there. The credits roll silently with no music. After that the VCS popped out of the player. I was horrified. How could this be in this show? I went back to the store to return the VCS tape. I returned it and they refunded my money back.